Hello, fellow cyclists. Dr. Vince Marcel from Infinity Bike Seat. This is part B of step one. Just wanted to go over and show you some of my shoes that I go ahead and look at. As a lot of you have issues when trying to find the right shoe, many years ago I went with this Shimano and with the meshing on the outside, because any other shoe I was just having a lot of pressure in the width of my foot. And so one thing, trying to go comfortable, this just has a broad strap, and then I have a lot of movement inside the front portion of the foot. So as I progressed, as I started researching and finding out more, so these are triathlete shoes. Then I went to the next step from Pearl Izumi, which had two Velcros, and it still had the mesh, which gave me easy access and it was a little bit more comfortable. But I still was noticing where I was having some issues with some movement in the shoe. So when I do training now, I go ahead and train in my CDs. What I really like about these is it goes ahead and allows me to really cinch up and make sure that my left and right foot are as comfortable as possible, and not just having just a Velcro pulling over it. So you have adjustable cables on the front as well as adjustable ratchet at the top, and as you can see, I've gone ahead and marked so I know exactly where the comfortability is when I have my shoes versus just clicking down. Now sometimes what's good about that, why the mark is good, because if it feels on some rides when I go ahead and I go to get to that area but my foot feels a little bit tighter, that's going to be a signal to me showing my body's retaining more water. I've got a little more puffiness. So then that makes me look back at my food log, my journal of what I've been eating for the week. That's another way of identifying how am I processing and digesting my food, which we'll talk about later. But I like these for training. It allows me to have more of, when I'm working through my intervals, it gives me more concise feel inside my shoe. One more step, as you can see, we go ahead and we have our footbeds. I'm going to go ahead and talk about those now. When we go ahead and we look at your footbeds, you can go ahead and see that this is just basically the stock one that comes in there, fairly paper thin, not a lot of support, just a molded piece. The ones I use from Specialized. Other companies make them as well. You go ahead and go red, blue, and then green. If you look, they have a little bit more support inside the arch, a little bit more padding in the front where the big toe is versus some of the basic ones that you get. I would stick with more when we're fitting our clients, more with the blues and the greens. The reds are almost fairly thin. They have a little bit more support in through the arch. If a person really has sensitive feet, they might need to start off with a red and then go to a blue and graduate up. So these are the footbeds that I recommend. The differences we were talking about in video one on step one is that you have more support inside that arch, as you saw that thermal imaging of my feet when I lifted up. So if you have a good size arch, we want to support that arch. If your arch is flat, we want to give support to go ahead and match the other side. And when we match that support, it's going to allow you, when you're driving through the pedal, it's going to go ahead and give you concise power from left to right, so that way your knee's not traveling in or out depending on how your arches are working. So this is Dr. Vince with video B from step one. You have any questions, you can always reach out to us. Thank you very much, and we'll talk to you soon. Cheers.